How to Train Your Dragon. In the beginning, I was totally in love. It was the first anime movie in years just to be awesome. The characters had great motivations for doing what they did. And the depth and the beautiful animation and the moments that were absolutely wordless but had a melody and their little movements just built it. Those scenes gave me life and air in my lungs. The music was lovely, and even though the plot was totally cliched, it was so satisfying just the way they did it. God, it taught me that you don't need originality. You need to respect. You need to respect your characters and their atmosphere and their feelings and, the consequences, and you need to make the consequences good. And yeah, it was good. I loved it so much. And then, like any great success, it got a crappy TV series. I didn't like the TV series at all. No, I did not like it. I thought it was annoying that it was more about the Vikings talking about their inane problems than it was about the dragons. I mean, honestly, if you would have given me a show where it was the dragons reacting to the humans, I would have enjoyed that. I really would have. That would have been fun. Yeah, but no. Instead, we get the whiny problems that weren't funny, they weren't actiony, they weren't adventurous, it played it safe. And it just wasn't that great, no. Which made me really mad because I was so in love. And that love just withered and died. And turned to dust that you just blow away. And you want to clean, but you don't, so it just gets thick and disgusting. That was my feelings. But no. I had hope at one time. Because there was going to be a sequel to this new movie that I loved so much. And I could wait past the series because, I thought, hey, Dreamworks finally made a miracle. They made a great movie. That I almost could not believe was made from Dreamworks. That had nothing of Dreamworks' usual formula. It was wonderful. It was made by the same people that made Lilo and Stitch. And yeah, they know how to do movies. Oh, they also did Mulan. No one gives them enough credit for that. God, they know how to make good movies. Respectful, good animated movies. I love them. Anyway, when the sequel came out, even to this day, I have such, confused feelings. Oh my. You gotta understand, most, the beginning to maybe, 2/3 of the movie is wonderful. It was what I had been waiting, 5 or 4 years for. It was wonderful. God, they introduced this new problem and these new characters, and the depth of it all was so beautiful. And they had new dragons, and my God, just the design of these animals was wonderful. Just so great. I really liked Hiccup's mom. She's a horrible person. I mean, she left her family, and it wasn't some misunderstanding. She had a choice. She just chose not to be with them and pursue her own thing. And even though she's an amazing person, an amazing dragon master, kind of like Tarzan, she still did a selfish thing. And then when she reunites with her family after so many, 20 years, it is painful but glorious. And that was worth the wait. Those scenes were wonderful. I would have never expected. I thought it was going to be, Hiccup inventing new stuff. But Hiccup, no, Hiccup made me so mad. I loved that kid because he was so smart. But in the sequel, he was stubborn and naive and annoying, okay? It's he was still making really cool inventions and he still wanted to explore the world and get smarter. I liked that. But no, even when both his parents, two different people with very different views on how to solve problems, both say, you can't talk to this evil dude, he's just too evil, Hiccup doesn't listen to them. It's like your mom, who is a master at animals and compassion, and your father, who is a very wise chief, and, he's big enough to fight with somebody, but if he doesn't want to pick a fight, it's gotta be for a good reason. No, Hiccup ignores them both, and I just thought that was dumb. It was unnecessarily dumb. And spoiler alert, yeah, just, the way the big climax went, I did not like. Okay? It got too mushy on me. It's like this beautiful story that was escalating to this, great height with all these dangers and bad guys and good guys and kind of some in-between characters I didn't fully trust yet. It went to mashed potatoes. Like, it just didn't succeed. Like, the first movie's ending was ballsy, okay? It was scary and big and yeah, people got hurt. Mostly just Hiccup, but he got hurt, like, really bad. Like, okay, he made a sacrifice. It had an impact. It was big. The ending in the sequel played it just so safe. Oh, it was so disappointing. Like, Hiccup invents this cool sword, that sets on fire and all that. He used it once to make some dragons like him, and then never again. No, no, no. You make these cool inventions because you're a Viking warrior, okay? You can be a compassionate and wise person who makes cool stuff, but remember that side of you that's a warrior, a compassionate warrior for a love of animals and wants to come up with peaceful resolutions. But when you can't make a peaceful resolution with this guy, you want to kill him. You want to fight him to make your people safe, to make your dragons safe. No, 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 he is a danger. Get rid of him. Make sure he's dead. That's the Viking in you. Okay? No, but God, the Vikings weren't really Viking-y. At one point, the bad guy just takes over the island. It's like, dudes, even without your dragons, you're still fucking Vikings. You can fight him. What happened to that? You all went so soft. Why? So, yeah. And then they made some Netflix show that, again, was boring. The animation, lovely. Like, just for a little TV show on Netflix for kids to watch, it was absolutely lovely. But no, it was boring. Like, I don't care about these Vikings that much. I care more about their dragons. And yeah, if it was more about, the dragons having problems and, the dragons hanging out with them instead of them just talking to their dragons, like, this is my pet. This is a really important pet. Don't touch my pet. That, I would have enjoyed that much better. For some reason, like, Hiccup and friends go to an island and they got their own villains now. It's like, dude, God, I'd rather see you try to be, like, the Viking prince of your village, having to go back and forth with your dad. Okay, that was an endearing part of you. But no. No, it's just them hanging out on a little island, mixing up trouble with some, series invented characters. I guess Dagger was funny in his twisted darkness. But no, wasn't funny enough. So yeah, apparently according to Wikipedia, there's going to be a How to Train Your Dragon 3. And honestly, at this point, with all that I feel they've done wrong, I should not care. But then, I remember Madagascar 3. I actually loved most of all their movies. It was really good. And then Kung Fu Panda 3, oh my god, so weird and so great. Oh, it was amazing. It was a great movie. Like, it went some leaps. I don't think it's for everybody. But God, it was amazing to look at. In fact, they were just showing off. Like, that's the one thing Dreamworks does so right. Their animation skills, like, God, the camera views and the setup and just the style and the textures is incredible and gorgeous. Kung Fu Panda was that. As mad as I was at How to Train Your Dragon 2 for not being a cool enough story, it still looked phenomenal. Like, I own so few art books, but it's one I own. It's beautiful. I can look at it again and be so happy. Anyway, if the third installments of the franchise could be amazing and my favorites, maybe How to Train Your Dragon 3 has a chance to be wonderful, to recapture what the first one had, okay? Like, take the good parts of the second one where you just up the ante and the beauty, but then remember that the first one had a little bit more grit to it. It was child-friendly grit, but it wasn't so much about learning how to hug kind of nonsense. No, it's like you can love people, love is beautiful, friendship is nice and good and gives you reason to be, but it's not going to defeat a bad guy. Okay, prioritize, dudes, prioritize. So, yeah. How to Train Your Dragon was a beautiful, beautiful thing, and I wish, since it came out, more movies would take example of that. But then I remember such thing as the Emoji Movie exists, and I get sad. But then I remember America Ferrer, the voice of Astrid, who honestly was my favorite character of that movie. Why? Even though I wish she was thicker because that's what real Viking women looked like back in the day. Or, yeah, I would much rather her be a thicker kind of person and people realize that's attractive too. But I really liked her personality. Okay, I like that she was kind of an overachiever who was also super aggressive. She reminded me of Helga G. Pataki. Not with the stalker crush so much, but when she did have feelings for Hiccup at the end, that was cute. That was a little more Helga-y. But no, her just does not really need a reason to punch. She finds reasons, and they're justifiable. They're her communication, you could say. And she happens to be a pretty smart kid, so yeah. Yeah, I really liked Astrid. God, and I do love America Ferrer, mostly because she created, Superstore. But that's a review for another time. So yes, watch How to Train Your Dragon, watch How to Train Your Dragon 2, but of course have sequel doubts. It deserves it. You can, yeah, I don't recommend the TV shows, they're so dull. But no, How to Train Your Dragon 3, come out. I'm not counting the days like before, but, come at me, bro. Just come at me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.